What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's working? So in theory, peeps, we should be live. I'm assuming that we are now. One, two. 1, 2. I should be on. So welcome everyone to the pre-setup for our final Entrepreneur Social, Conscious Leader Social, Purposeful Entrepreneurship Social. We've been doing these now for, like I said, for almost 3 years. 3 years. This is our. This is where the magic happens, right here. Be really good if I can get some sort of a comment or a post or something, just so I know that like you can actually hear me, because like all things with all forms of technology, that doesn't always work. So let's have a see. Let me type a comment in here. Well, I didn't want it to go. Oh, I'll leave this page. So we're going to be showing you a little bit of the, I suppose, some of the magic that we do in our pre-setup, and a little bit of the history of kind of like where we've come from, where we're going. And sometimes people like to see a little bit of behind the scenes to see how everything goes down and how it all works. So I figured if we're going to go and live stream the real event, we might as well live stream the pre-event too. If anyone is selling a MacBook, I'd very much like to buy one, because mine basically is it's actually taking off now when I try and do too much stuff. Hey guys, we are live. See if that comment comes through. No, well, that came through. Cool. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final show. My name is Daniel Alenko. This is the Kotori Conscious Leadership Show. Welcome to the backstage of everything. If you do have any questions, you're welcome to pass them along. I'm going to see if I can mute this, and if I still say on, let's find out. Press this button. If I stop speaking, you'll know why. Am I still on? 1, 2, 1, 2. Am I still on? 1, 2. Oh, I am. Brilliant. The technology works. Look at that. So we used to bring literally like 5 boxes of stuff down to get everything working, but we've upgraded things a lot more now. So let's have a see. If you're busy and you're wondering what I'm doing, just bringing you in backstage whilst we're setting up. Don't expect like fireworks and fairy tales, but we are because we are still setting up. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It'd help if I actually turn mute off, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. Toast, 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 toast. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That'll do. Are you a musician, Howard? You a musician? 7-piece soul band. One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe I should show you this as well. So we do actually have. This is me, by the way. I'm on here. This is how I'm doing it. Bringing the audio through this thing here. With the camera somewhere else, and I figured it's a little bit like having like a live switch between different things. So we're just seeing how that goes. So we've got, I'm gonna flip that alright on a guided tour. So this is our beautiful little setup. That's your StreamYard coming through there, and then this little mixer that we've got, and we use four Sennheisers. Just comes through to our little kit back here. The live stream we use is StreamYard, which is on now. Do you want to come and have a look? You'll be on live. We're live now. I found StreamYard really easy. The only issue is all the comments don't. They have to approve something at their end. So everything doesn't automatically amalgamate here. So we're on Facebook, LinkedIn, 2 Facebook groups, my profile, YouTube, and LinkedIn all at the same time. Oh, wow. And what I've done is that camera's the main camera, but I've muted it. I've sent a link to invite someone in, but I came in on my phone. Oh, right. And that's so I can walk around. It's instead of having like wireless gear. I could have a wireless clip-on mic and go into that. But sometimes I find this is actually let them do the work. The other thing I thought of doing is if you had multiple cameras, you could have 6 on here. You could just switch between different perspectives. I can at any point remove me and then make got it. And now all of a sudden I've got a portable camera. Okay. So you can go around, interview someone, you could have a mic plugged into this, and that's what I found really easy. Just add them back in. That's it. Fill your boots. Have a look around if you want. Just going to finish off this setup. Yeah, I wouldn't buy those now. Like they're caught in the big Sennheisers with receivers around. Just far more difficult. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, turn mute off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, toast. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2. Not sure why I can't hear you. You really can't hear me. One, two, 1, 2. Can't people hear me? 1, 2. He's muted. One, 2. Christina, can you Christine? 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Dance, can you do me a favour? Can you go onto our Facebook channel and just go on this live and tell me if you can hear me? 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Toast, toast, toast. 2, 2. Yeah, no, but so one of the comments is I can't hear you. What? Sorry. Okay, so you can. Okay, that's good. Then I'm happy. Don't think you want to hear people drinking, though, do you? Well, I am glad you can hear. Now, I can't see everyone's comments unless you approve that StreamYard button at the top. I don't know why they do that. Like, it's a definite barrier to entry. I do really like StreamYard for anyone that's looking at different ways of live streaming, but that one thing does cause me some concern. Speaking to Bob Doyle about it, and he says that he's got some other options, so I'm going to have a look at those. But I'm giving it a try, seeing how it's going. Definitely for ease, StreamYard definitely works. Can we get that nice table that we put here, please? Hey guys, so I am always on the lookout for new tech, new. In fact, I'm not always looking out for new tech. What I'm really looking out for is new ways to work with grace and ease. That's what I would love. How do we do what we do with more simplicity, with more love, with more wonderfulness? Hello. I just make things easier. Like we used to have loads of gear. Now we've really trimmed it down. But even then, that's even how we've trimmed it down now. There's still simpler things that we can do. I know that. So if anyone runs events, if anyone is techie or anything like that, I'm just interested in what you do. I'm toying with getting the iPad Pro 12.9 inch. But then I found out yesterday you can't put an external. Well, I think I found out yesterday you can't put an external camera on it. And if that's the case, that really limits. I think that really limits what we can do. I put a post out there, but at the minute I've not been able to get any feedback on it. I've not had anyone. I've tried to search for it, but every post is like 2017, 2018. So I don't know if the new iOS allows it since the USB-C's coming. But what I have seen you can do on USB-C doesn't include having an external camera or Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So it'd be really cool to just understand and see what else that can be done out there. I would love that. I know that we've had. Hey Bob, I don't know if you're still on, but fantastic. Good to see you, sir. In fact, you might know about some of the tech as well. So I'm going to carry on just doing a little bit more setup, and then what I might do, if you're really lucky, I'll do a little introduction to you to Kathy and Howard, who will be taking over from our entrepreneur socials and moving forward. I know they're here at the minute, but we will be starting it. Well, doors will be open at 6, so I'm just going to finish off a little bit of tech, and then I'm good. So until then, guys, I'm just going to turn off my camera, but you're welcome to continue to watch and listen in. I'm breathing into the mic there, aren't I? No, don't worry about it. I don't think you can see it at the minute, but one of the things we always do is just tidy up all the cables. I always think it makes a big difference when you're doing a setup. It's really interesting with this being our last one. I always thought I'd do this for ages and ages and ages. But I suppose, like anything in life, things come to an end. And today is the end of this particular chapter. What chapters have come to an end in your life? What did you think you'd do for ages? And then one day found out you're not going to do it anymore. Are we going to have slides? Are we going to have slides? I don't know. Today, you may be surprised to hear, I've mostly been listening to the Moana soundtrack. Yes, Moana as in the Disney character. Do we have any more of these red things, Christina? I should have done a before and after shot. In fact, I'll just show you now quickly. You can. What is it? What is it? Restart it on. That's what we do. I'll show you. Just close the app down. Try it again. So all the cables were a mess. What we do? Bring them all nice and down. I wanted more. Have we got any more of these things? These little Velcro things. And we moved to these Velcro ones because I was fed up with all the tape that we're using. So at the minute, it's still a little bit of a mess. But I will show you when we're finished what you can do with a little bit of Velcro. Trying the normally in the box. No. She says no, everyone. She says no. Let me tidy all this up. For the people that have been interested, when we did our Conscious Dinner Club last week, it was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And we've already sold. We have 14 people at the next event, and we only have 7 tickets left. So for those who saw it, who would say, "Hey, I'd love to do that," you need to get it on pretty quickly. Get it on if you want to come. So do let us know. Oh, I missed a cable. So you could do live stream karaoke. But I wouldn't do it, just in case you're worried if I'm going to break out into song right now. No. Okay, nearly finished, and then I'll show you what the finished article looks like. Okay, you ready? I mean, it's not like the most nominal thing in the world, but I'll show you. Check this out now, see? Much nicer. Much nicer, see? Little tiny things. I learned this from going to not T Harv Echo, what is it called? Blair Singer events. And it really taught me the power of like zinging rooms up and just making like, he said how important the context of the room and the quality of the room. If people come into messy rooms, then they think messy thoughts. If you really want to keep that quality high, taught me little things like if you're putting stuff on chairs, make sure everything goes on the chair nice and neat. And at first I used to think, oh, it's really, 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 really finicky. But I realize now after like years and years that it's those tiny little things that make the difference. And it's what makes people come and go, I like it here. It's nice, it's clean, it's neat, it's tidy. And ultimately, if you're running conscious leadership events here, then like at the very least, what you need to be doing needs to have conscious thought. And conscious thought means really thinking about things. You don't just slap something down. It's like the difference between throwing dinner on someone's table and going, there you go, versus literally placing something down. It's like the way that the Japanese or the Chinese would give a business card, 2 hands, handing it over, looking at the other person. Paul Dunn talks about that, like the power of presence, like literally doing something with so much intention that the other person, when they receive that intention from you, they actually receive it. Human being to human being. And there's so much that missing that when someone does that in society today, it just looks phenomenal. So that is why we put so much attention into what we do. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we are good. So we're going to be, oh, hey, Joe, sorry, I didn't realize you were there. I came away from the computer. So a bit of an update on what it is for. So tonight is our Conscious Leadership Social, the last one after 3 years of running these. So like part of me is excited, part of me is like scared and nervous and everything really. But our Conscious Leadership Socials was around how do we build businesses that serve society as a fundamental crux or point, I suppose, because the reality is that we are moving into a new phase within society, within humanity around the world that is challenging and questioning everything. We need radical solutions for what we're doing, which needs radical thinking, radical action, radical courage, radical confidence. All of these things are required in order for us to literally transition into wherever for this new space that we're going. And that's the sort of discussions that we have. And businesses will play a big part in that. So for if you're running a business and you're interested in how do you not just survive but thrive over the next decade, how do you play an infinite game from a business perspective? That's what we're interested in talking about.
It's definitely not working.
Okay.
So I've turned it off, turned it back on again.
Classic. That's what we need to do first.
And then
Is this in pairing mode? That's waiting for Pixel 2. Is that your device?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to do some tech surgery 101.
Power on card reader. I've done that. Activating pairing mode. Oh, okay. Hang a minute. Press and hold confirm button. Okay.
Yeah? Was it reading screenitis?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm going to do a quick audio test and then we are good. Let's go and grab them. Let's take you around. This is actually, so we are in Workspace. Hello, Alexander. How are you doing, sir? Come on in. Come here. Live at the minute. Do you want to say hello?
Hello, audience. Nice to see.
So I'm going to leave you now, guys, for a little bit. I'll be coming back live again in probably in about half an hour. So for anyone who is interested, in half an hour, we will be live for our final, after 3 years, Entrepreneur Social, Conscious Leader Social purposeful entrepreneurship event. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, hearing more about how we make a difference and really follow our passion, our purpose, then you can tune in. So until then, I say goodbye, farewell. I hope you've enjoyed the calm before the storm, the panic before the storm, and a little bit of how we set up. Take care, everyone. Good night and God bless.